Howdy. I didn't even get it out. Howdy, my name is Dane Madrigal. I'm a musician based in Cardiff, Wales. And you're getting Tchaikovsky again, buddy. Yeah, so anyway, today is going to be Tchaikovsky, Guide to the Practical Study of Harmony, and it's going to be chapter 7, and that is open positions. Oh my word, we're about to expand your knowledge. What we've been dealing with is a closed position of harmony. Essentially today it's called keyboard format of harmony, where there's just one note in the bass and then in intervallic succession within the treble clef of the grand staff there is then something that is resembling a first, second, or third, well, not a third inversion, a root first or second inversion chord, and it can really easily be played, and you can get harmony really easily just sensically and tactily through this method of harmonic presentation is the words that I will use. Now, the new type of presentation for harmony that we're going to be dealing with is open position, in which case if you own a hymnal or you go to church and you look, that's essentially what it is. It's where we have pretty equidistant spacing intervallically from the soprano. And in those cases, we're no longer dealing with just a first inversion chord, a fourth down to get to your fifth of the chord, and then a sixth down from there to get to the third of the chord. So now you can have that third of the chord transposed down an octave into the bass clef and sung by a tenor in that circumstance. That magical stuff. Anyway, what I'll do is just put a picture here or here, and maybe two side by side so you know what I'm talking about and my gibberish doesn't confuse you. I have a note that says the easiest way to think about this is by taking a closed position and then taking the alto of the closed position writing, transposing it down the octave, and now voila, it's your tenor. And so you'll still have an open position chord, but it'll have less difficulty getting there just by writing in a way that you've been familiar with. Don't forget the most important thing here. Regardless of any of these things, I hit the tripod, regardless of any of these things I just said, the soprano is still the most important voice here. The inner voices are subordinate to it, and you can argue the bass is the second most important, but it's kind of because we've been giving it through the figures that we've been dealing with. So just remember that. We're dealing primarily with a soprano because they are the melody. Closed position and open position are the most common forms of harmonic presentation. However, they aren't the most free. So if we're looking for something like that, it'll come later in the treatise. And as Tchaikovsky puts it, the freer something is, the more beautiful it is. Now I'll do an example with y'all, just that way we can get used to this format, and then we can go from there. So there are no exercises that are given for chapter 7 specifically. Instead, what I have elected to do is to take exercise 1 from chapter 6 and use it as our exercise for this week. You'll notice that there is a greater variation in figured bass, and we're still working with harmonization of the minor scale. So we're kind of hitting a lot of birds with one stone in this exercise. Again, feel free to look through, point out in case there are any discrepancies, and here we go. Anyway, that's it for today. So yet again, if you'd like to join any of our social media and just get that ball rolling, Dischord, LOL, that'd be fantastic. If not, totally fine. And other than that, peace.